first place winner of our home garden contest is Beth Teel, and what a delightful entryway through the arbor.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Now, your landscape here has quite a bit of shade, and for some gardeners, that's a huge challenge, but you've tackled that just beautifully. What's your approach to shade gardening?
Well, I find something that I think will make it in the shade. Now, it does get a little bit of afternoon sun, but not much. It gets just enough to make it. The colors change as the seasons change, but by and large, these stay this color all year round.
And so you've used a lot of evergreen material to add color.
Right.
So diverse, you know, the blues, the goldens, and the different greens.
That's a big thing with me. I love the contrast of colors and also the textures of plants. I really strive to find something that's totally different. Each one plays off each other, and like this beautiful gold thread mop, and I always remind people that if you look at this, it has a long strand, just like a gold thread, and this just looks so pretty year round. I love it with the dark.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful contrast. And as we walk along the edge, actually throughout the whole landscape, you can see that repetition of the golds throughout.
Thank you.
Yeah, you've done a beautiful job managing the shade, and I could tell you have a love for variety. There's so many different plants represented.
There are
in
a
the
lot
garden
of
here.
There's a lot of different plants here, and you know, sometimes I plant too close together, but I like the fullness look. You know, sometimes they edge into each other's territory, but so far so good. I still like the full look.
And I could see you've adapted to that by pruning things up, lifting the trees up above the shrub canopy.
I need to raise some up as we speak. This is getting a little low, but it also provides shade for those plants that need a little bit more shade.
Absolutely. So at the far end of the garden here, you have a very unique feature, and that's the gutter garden. Tell me a bit about that gutter.
The gutter garden. Everybody loves the gutter garden. I change it seasonally. It had different plants in it this summer. This year I planted a lot of plants that I thought were very hardy with the heat, because our summers are just so terrible. The moneywort just grows and grows and grows. It almost looks like a waterfall.
Yes.
And I've used other plants up there. I just switched to the pansies. They will bloom all winter long, actually.
And you have that on a little drip system.
Yes, yes. My husband put it on a drip irrigation system because it requires a lot of water. But I use really good soil. There are holes where underneath every 8 inches there's a hole, and it drains, and it's just fun. Every year I try to do something different.
And it does look like a little waterfall. It adds a lot of interest
It
back
does,
here.
and you'll be surprised some things come up there from the birds that I have not planted. Yeah.
Beth, I love the way that you've used boxwood to make a border along this edge of the garden. Tell me about that.
Thank you. I saw this one time in a yard, and I thought I could do that with my boxwood. You prune them or clip them at an angle, and then you top them off flat on top, and this way they grow so much better than just letting them grow naturally.
And also, a lot of times you see people prune this way, which shades out the bottom of the plant. This is actually a beautiful example of the proper method of pruning.
Well, I have noticed I don't have any spots that are open, and I think it's because of the way that we prune them this way.
It's a lovely formal complement to the shade and some sun-loving plants behind it. Very beautiful.
Thank you.
So one of your passions is topiary.
Yes, I love topiaries.
And you have some beautiful, remind me again what this one is.
This is Eugenia.
Okay.
And it's a tropical, and I bring them in. These are probably about 7 or 8 years.
And you really enjoy using coleus throughout the landscape.
I do.
So you've started making coleus topiary.
Yes, I found a really strong stem, put in a chopstick, and kind of stationary using a string, and so far so good. It's really growing.
So you'll bring these over the winter and continue to trim them?
I will bring these in over the winter. I just started this one, and it's not doing exactly like I wanted to. It's not
twist.
straight, yeah, but it will be. I'll fix it.
Yeah, keep working that. But you just have the most rich landscape. I'm really
Thank
enjoying
you.
it. And I love how you've brought your decoration out and placed it throughout the garden. It's just a very welcoming sight.
Thank you. I like to bring the outdoors or the indoors outdoors, and it kind of makes it more homey out here.
Thank you for sharing with us today.
Thank you so much for coming.